Alright, I ended up having to take this damn thing back off because this body was built and designed exclusively for that 80s model truck it was on. That whole bumper assembly back there was designed for it. Them are actually frame extensions, and that's all the framework for the back step. Them two pintle hooks that are going through are actually the only thing holding all that together, but they welded the bolt. These two bolts here are in the way of allowing me to scoot the box over this way. So I have to, get these bolts out. You can see my white paint all over everything. I've got to trim up. You can see that big gouge right there. That gouge right there. That's where it's hitting the suspension of the truck. And it's just got to go. I mean, I had to whack pieces out, just to get the damn thing to come out of there. So that's what I'm going to do later tonight. Is I'm going to spend a couple hours chopping and cleaning all the fender wells up, cleaning these bolts out of here. Because if you notice, the fender wells stick inside the frame rails. There's a frame rail right there. The damn fender wells come almost to the frame rails. Well, all the suspension is on the outside of the frames, so it just snags the shit out of everything. We kind of hastily threw this box on this chassis without really thinking. I guess, I thought they were universal. The bulk of it is probably universal, but it's like a tow truck, they're built to order. And this box was probably, a Bearplane box, no frame in the back, no wheel wells. They drop it on the chassis, they line it up, they bolt it up, and then they build everything else around it. Well, we took it off an 80s model, old F-350 Ford, international motor, Power Stroke, and we put it on this 2000 model Dodge. And I can show you what I had to clean up. See, this is what we chopped off the service body that was on it, okay? I had to clean the heads of the bolts off because they stuck out here probably 2 inches. And they were just, the body was literally sitting right on top of all of this. You can see how it, was gouging into that, gouging into this. That's got to be cleaned off. This has all got to be cleaned up. These bolts have got to be cleaned up. You can see where I torched some of the aluminum to get it out, just so I can get the truck out from underneath it. I got to clean that bolt up. And after putting this thing together, I realized that I'm going to drill through that aluminum frame on that chassis. I'm going to stick a 1/2 inch 3/8 or a 1/2 inch grade 8 bolt through here to bolt this box down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill another hole here for a second bolt. I'm going to do the same over there, and then I wanted to put a plate under both sides to reinforce it, because this was already broke once. And then what I'll do is I'll put say a bolt here in the middle, a bolt here, and then a bolt in the back. Maybe 2 bolts in the back. I don't know. But I've got these thick pieces of rubber to lay down. Then we'll drill through that, set the body down right on top of that, and then what we'll do is put rubber here. We'll chop it off right here, and then we'll put rubber here. And that'll be the cushion for the body. And then I have to hook, this is the vent and this is the fuel in, but I'll have to take this off to get these 2 bolts in because they're behind the gas tank. But what I'll do is I'll drain this before I pull it down. And then, you know, I'll have everything loose. So when I get ready to pull it down, it'll just drop down out of my way. But, you know, that's my biggest thing is this suspension is so wide that the box literally just barely clears this stuff. So I've got to fix it. I've either got to clean these bolts up, you know, where they're gouged. I'll probably take a sledgehammer and cave them in, say, a, you know, a quarter-inch or so. So we got some room here. If somebody goes to, you know, put leaf springs on this, they're going to be pissed. You know, they'll have to torch these bolts off. You know, take the spring perch off to change them, because they'll never get them off with the body on. And then I'll clean all this up with my grinder. And then I'll clean all of that up under there, get it all nice and pretty, and then get the box back on where it's supposed to be. So that's, you know, figure out how I got that box off of there and drove out. Now keep in mind, the tires are right here, okay? This thing had to go high enough for the tires in here to clear the wheel wells. Figure it out, let me know.